Well, hello and welcome, everybody. Randy Replay. Excuse me. Randy Replay. My goodness, let me try that again. Randy Replay. At it again with Minnesota Vikings football live all across the SSN, presented by the NFL. Welcome into week number 10. As you see, the Minnesota Vikings lost to the Washington Commanders, or the Washington Commanders as they're commonly referred to, in a game where we really held control until the fourth quarter. That cannot happen today if we get out to a big lead. 4 lead changes in the first half, the first 3 quarters rather, and it did not go the way of the purple. It's more of a homecoming for this one, though, because Stephon Diggs, if you remember, caught the Minneapolis Miracle pass back in 2017 and really changed the landscape for the Minnesota Vikings versus the New Orleans Saints little rivalry. But that is in the past, and we are in the present, and right now both of these teams are 0-8. We've been saying it all week throughout the broadcast. Somebody's O has got to go down in Buffalo. Specifically, Highmark Stadium, rather, plays host to this matchup today. As we normally do, we're going to take you into an in-depth look at the injury report. And I'm happy to report that Danielle Hunter's injury, in the last game will not keep him sidelined. He's good to go. He practiced Thursday this week. Said he felt good, so we'll see. And for the Bills, they are banged up. Let me tell you that. Ed Oliver, defensive tackle, torn pec. He is on the IR. Odell Beckham Jr., ruptured disc in his back. He's out for 3 more weeks. And Brian Bulaga, of course, the guy that we know oh so very well from our enemies to the east. He is out for 2 more weeks, so we do miss out on some good pass protection opportunities on that right side. And then, of course, Odell Beckham Jr., a Super Bowl winning wide receiver and a savvy veteran, out for this game. We will be joined by a correspondent from the Buffalo Bills. Yes, must be nice. Yes. As the Minnesota Vikings fan line is down now that we've changed the broadcasters. What would you even call that? Broadcast supplier, I guess you could say. We're not able to integrate the Vikings fan line just yet. We are working on a workaround, so hopefully by week 11 we'll have that back and y'all can chat in. But for now, it is sidelined, just like the Minnesota Vikings' hopes and dreams of the playoffs. I mean, in a season that started off so well, you got a new head coach. I do believe we did score first in the Packer game. I'm going to have to go back to the All-22 and watch, but gosh darn it. A new head coach, new GM, new players coming in. Morale was at an all-time high. We thought we were going to steamroll this whole league. We looked at the schedule, and my goodness, it has not gone the way that we envisioned. We quoted Mike Tyson earlier in the season. He says everybody had a plan. Everybody has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. Minnesota Vikings got punched early, and we're throwing off our game plan. So it has not gone the way that we all wanted it to. But here, halfway through the season, 0-8, you really got to win out every single game. The Packers are 7-2. You could probably sneak into the 3rd spot with 6 to go here. Depending on what the Bears do. I mean, they've lost some games, some key games. Of course, the Lions have been losing. They're on a downward spiral, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the rest of this season plays out here in the first year here. So, we did the injury report. We're going to look at other games that have happened already. The early game, Falcons and the Panthers. Falcons go down by 10. Of course, the signing of Mr. London, who was Oh, goodness. On their team, they dropped him because of some fumbling issues. Minnesota signed him to the practice squad. And then, of course, sniped by the Carolina Panthers. There are talks of conspiracy. I tend to agree with it. Tend to agree with it. It's sad that the Bills are more healthy than the Falcons. Yes, I do agree. I mean, the Bills are relatively unscathed. I mean, Minnesota's had their injuries, but nothing. Danielle Hunter with 5 weeks is the longest injury. So my goodness. As we look at this matchup here today, offensively, we got 15th ranked Minnesota offense in terms of points per game at 28, going up against Buffalo, who is almost dead last at 21. Offensive yards per game, 360, number 5 in the league for the Vikings, number 7, so pretty even there. And the two defenses, these are the two worst in the NFL in points per games, yardage per games, and yardage, pass and rush yards, rather. Okay, all right, sounds good. Appreciate it. And then as we turn it over to the offense, pretty even as well. Number 6 ranked Minnesota and number 8th ranked Buffalo. 23 ranked for passing touchdowns at 15. Buffalo just has one less, 28th, and with 14. My goodness. Giveaways, we talked about it. Randy Replay has crunched some of the numbers, and it's staggering. It's really eye-opening. I looked at these numbers. I had to triple check my work. In between the two starting quarterbacks for this game, 113 interceptions thrown this season between Josh Allen and Kirk Cousins III. To put this into perspective on the season, the next 6 quarterbacks below them still don't have as many interceptions, and they're in double digits. So turnovers are going to be the big, I mean, we say it every game, but turnovers are going to be the big tell in this one. The team that turns it over the less is probably going to win. That's right. Somebody's always got to go, as the Minnesota Vikings fan line is picking up steam. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and chatting in. Sorry it's not displayed on the simulcast. We will figure it out. But the turnovers have been so damning to both of these teams, to the tune of 113, and that's just quarterbacks' interceptions. My goodness. And as we look at the defensive ranks, sorry, I'm not Mike Tyson, I swear. Defensive ranks, 32 for Buffalo and 30 for Minnesota. Although Buffalo only has... Oh, no, sorry, that's takeaways. Buffalo has 25 interceptions, good for second in the league. Minnesota has 39, good for first. So in terms of interceptions and fumbles recovered, these are the two best teams. So it's going to be a defensive struggle, I think. The team, I mean, they might even score more points on defense than their offense in this game. That is what is so intriguing. All right. So my sources tell me that the correspondent from Buffalo is ready, and we are going to turn it over to him momentarily here. This is Ron Barr from the Minnesota Vikings. I'm assuming the correspondent is ready. Hello, this is Randy Replay, not Ron Barr. Ron Barr's the owner. How are you and good morning?
I'm here reporting for the Bills. So the way that
there was a lot of hype going into the season. The Bills are coming off of a big disappointing loss in the AFC Championship last year, and they're looking to capitalize this year, but they are off to a terrible start. Last week, even as they were visiting the Jets, there's some footage of a fight breaking out just out of the frustration. Let me show you that real quick here.
So as you can see,
Bill's Mafia Nation, and even recently, AEW visited Buffalo, and their own MJF was there to kind of tout the Bills, but then it took a turn for the worse. Just listen in.
Just listen in.
You think I'm not being sincere here in Buffalo, New York? In front of all these grotesque, poor lardasses who have quite possibly the worst football team in the history of the United States of America?
He's bad for so long, Taz. Kind of speechless here. Well, there goes that Josh Allen jersey. Go Jags.
Josh
I
Allen
mean,
sucks.
there you have it.
There you have it. But going in, to today's game, the matchup with the Vikings, Bills Mafia is still going strong. I mean, here's a look at what's going on outside right now. So there you have it. There's a lot to be disappointed with right now going on with the Bills Mafia, and the Bills have just been totally disappointing this year so far. So we're hoping to see them get on the right track. Maybe Josh Allen doesn't throw 10 picks in this game. Maybe he can only throw 1 or 2. It's going to be a tough one though. So we're going to toss it right back over to you, Randy.
And we appreciate it. Thank you for that. Great.
We appreciate it.
Oh, there we go. Thank you for that great package you've thrown together there. Obviously some satellite delay. We do appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to fill us in on what's going on with everything Bills Mafia Nation. And then as we get ready for this one, Minnesota, of course you've seen it. Buffalo getting ripped apart at every single chance, much like Minnesota, it's up in shambles right now. You got fans fighting in the stands. You got, celebrities, wrestling personnel calling out Josh Allen. And it's not only Josh Allen, but it is Josh Allen and Kirk Cousins. Both men throwing interceptions. You could say both men, quote unquote, suck. But we do appreciate the representative or the correspondent for the Bills for putting that package together. This has been Randy Replay's pregame. We'll talk to him again in the half and postgame. Bring you everything Minnesota Vikings versus Buffalo kickoff next. And hello and welcome everybody. Minnesota at Buffalo. Not wasting any time. Buffalo has won the toss. They have elected to receive first. And we are underway here. Kaboom. Joey Sly. Ooh, big window. Take this one. Almost goes out of bounds. So a little bit different presentation. We want to get you in. We want to get you out as soon as possible. So this will be a little bit more condensed in all aspects across the board. Shots fired. Yes, indeed. There are some indeed fired. Buffalo gets the ball first. Josh Allen, shotgun. Ezekiel Elliott to his left. See what they want to do to open up this game as Minnesota shifts the defense around. It is a screen to Elliott. Elliott gets oh my goodness, he gets free. Off to the left side. It's finally knocked out by Cameron Dantzler after a gain of 31, and apparently that was a pass. Oh, it was. Okay. I called a screen. I didn't know. Yeah, Randy's a little distraught here. We'll kind of see what happens. Oh, okay, I want best on best. Best on best here for the cornerbacks. As Josh Allen comes on again from the shotgun. Screen pass seemed to work last time. He will not do so. Separated from the ball after a big hit across the middle. Josh Allen's pass will fall incomplete. Intended for the tight end. Stephon Diggs off to the left side of your screen. Josh Allen under center. Trying to get him to jump multiple times here. Start the game. There's Ezekiel Elliott. They're going to give him 9. That'll bring up a 3rd and big. 1 yard here. So 3rd and 1. See what the Vikings want to do. They're coming out I formation. Minnesota bringing press coverage. Harrison Smith moving before the snap like he usually does. Harrison Smith jumps on the back of Ezekiel Elliott. He will bring him down for a loss of 1. Harrison Smith with the timing again. How many times have we seen that this season? Zadarius was there as well, and they're going to go for it. 4th and 2, being a little bit aggressive. I like it. So big 4th and 2 for Buffalo. Somebody's always got to go, and they're going to put it all on the line here in Buffalo. Josh Allen gets the snap, looks over his options, throws. Caught out of bounds. That'll be a turnover. He would have just got it off a little bit sooner. He would have caught it in bounds. But nonetheless, turnover on downs goes over to Minnesota for their first drive. 13:34 left to go here in the first. Kirk Cousins under center. He's going to turn. He's going to give it to Dalvin. Dalvin gets 3 on his first carry. Tackled by Von Miller, of course. One of Randy's favorite players in the NFL. Von Miller on the tackle. 2nd and 7 coming up. So Buffalo, like a lot of teams in the NFL this season, stacking the box against the Vikings. See what they want to do. Kirk Cousins calling up protections, gets the snap. Pump fakes one way. He goes down, and that is Von Miller. We just mentioned his name. And Von Miller gets another one here. Untouched on that right side, which is offensive line has struggled here for the Vikings this season. That'll bring up a 3rd and forever. 3rd and 15. Kirk Cousins out of the shotgun. Looks like he will send nobody in motion. All right, Kirk Cousins gets the snap. Throws, thinks he's got a man. It is picked off. Picked off, intended for Tyler Johnson. And a salute comes through with Desmond White. I mean, Tyler, you got to turn around and you got to jump for this ball. You turned into a defender right away, gave up on it. Nevertheless, I formation for Josh Allen. Pretty good field position just outside their end. Harrison Smith shows blitz. He gets great blocking. And finally trotted out of bounds by Peterson after Ezekiel Elliott breaks off another big run. And this thing is slowly getting out of hand here for Minnesota. Minnesota caught in a weird defense. All inaudible. Short throw caught. Will be tight end Mr. Knox. Dawson Knox, I do believe. Randy Replay didn't do his homework. I do apologize. I do believe that's Dawson Knox getting that one. Feel free to correct me if you will. That'll bring up a 2nd and 3 now. Vikings defense going press coverage. False snap by Josh Allen. Gets the snap. That will be Everson Griffin making the tackle on Ezekiel Elliott. Loss of a couple. And Everson Griffin. Welcome back to Minnesota, Jack. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 now. Minnesota Vikings putting linebackers on wide receivers. I don't know if I like this strategy. Everson Griffin will drop back in coverage, and they will tackle him before the line to gain, and Dominican Sue. And they've been doing that this season. They're dropping linemen back in coverage for extra coverage, and Josh Allen had to leave the safety in the pocket. And it looks like they're going to keep him out there yet again. They're going to keep Josh Allen out there yet again for the offense. Being aggressive against Minnesota here today, Josh Allen. High formation, Harrison Smith caught. He's going to wait until the last possible second, if at all, to snap this thing, and they'll take a timeout. They're just trying to get him to jump. Good strategy. Now we'll see if they trot out the kicking team and go up by 3, or they're gonna play this thing and they will set up for a field goal. So here comes the Buffalo Bills kicker. 37-yarder. Snap is down. Kick is away. It is good. So on your Mountaineer scoreboard, Buffalo 3, Minnesota nothing. Minnesota had a chance to possess the ball through a pick. Look for Kirk Cousins to be on somewhat of a pitch count tonight, I do believe. Somewhat similar to last game, where if he throws more than one, you're gonna see Desmond Ridder come in. But it all depends on what Kirk does. You know, that's the thing. You see flashes and you want to keep going with them, but my goodness, come on, man. So here we go. 3 wide receivers to the right, Kirk Cousins. Thinks he's got a man. It's JJ getting free down. That is a big 25-yard connection. And JJ exchanging words with Josh Allen on the sidelines. Hopefully they're all good words. So big play there. Rolling out to the right has been Kirk Cousins' bread and butter. So here we go. Kirk Cousins, shotgun, gets the snap. Got a man coming open. That is Irv Smith Jr. He's going to get out of bounds. And Greg Rousseau goes down, sorry. Hopefully I said that right. Greg Rousseau, the injured player on that play, stopping the clock if the out of bounds did not. So here we go. Kirk Cousins under center this time. Gets the snap, he'll turn, gives it to Cook. Cook will try and truck through. Only get about 1 on the play. Bring up 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now for Minnesota. Kirk Cousins trying to fake them out like they did to him, and it doesn't matter. He will get the pass off. And, okay, so that was a catch. That was a completion, but my goodness. Sprained forearm. He will not return for this one. And Von Miller was just barreling down. Again, the right side of this formation needs help. I mean, big time. Really big time help. And we'll see if they get it here. Kirk Cousins reacting to the shift. Gets the snap. Throws, and it's picked off. It is picked off, and this one will be housed by Edmonds. If anything weird doesn't happen, yes. Tremaine Edmonds with the pick 6. I mean, you gotta see that guy standing there, Craig. Come on. So it's the same old story every week. Snap, spot, kick. It hits the upright. We got a doink here. So 2 straight drives. We get a Kirk Cousins interception. I mean, at this point, I'd say trade him, but the trade deadline is passed. Wongwu takes this thing from the 3. I mean, what do you do with Kirk? He's your best option at quarterback. You don't really have a choice but to run him. I mean, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, it seems like. You just hope you get a good flash. And here comes the momentum playing in to this game very, very early. 8:47 left to go in the first. The doink has been restored. Yes, indeed. There's another rollout for Cousins. He throws, and it's picked off again. Back-to-back picks. White picks up his second. I mean, if you are, I do believe that is Adam Thielen. If you're Adam Thielen, you gotta cut underneath. And if you're Kirk, you have to see. You got to see that other receiver underneath. Sure, you don't get as many yards, but gosh darn it, it's a completion and movement up the field. As Ezekiel Elliott will take it for 4. Dominican Sue on the tackle. What do you do with Kirk? You should have traded him week 8. Cleared up that 15 mil that he brings in cap. There's Everson Griffin and Harrison Smith. Getting Ezekiel. 1-yard gainer. I mean, the defense is outplaying the offense in every facet of this season. And it's a trend that, we got to do something about here. So it's a pick by Cameron Dantzler. Josh Allen throws across the middle, picked off by Cam Dantzler. Minnesota gets it back. He thanks good Lord above. And my goodness, that is Everson Griffin right in the face of Josh Allen, forcing the early throw. So we'll see what happens. As you can see, the Lions are up ahead of the Bears. 8:20 left to go in the first. The roar has been restored, just like the doink in this one, and Dalvin Cook will take it for 13. And that will be a Minnesota Vikings first down. You won't hear it, but we'll do it. Kirk Cousins under center. Sends Justin in motion. It is that end around that we want to hit so bad. And he gets a good 8 out of this one. They're going to give him 7. And, my goodness. Let's see what the Vikings want to do here. 2nd and 3. So 2nd down and 3, Minnesota under center. Kirk Cousins. It's a play action. Throws. Incomplete, no flags. Look, it kind of looked like Tyler Johnson just kind of gave up there. And quickly, Bills Mafia. Coming alive defensively, of course, the right side of this offensive line giving up a ton of pressure. And there it is again. Another sack by Kirk Bernard. The right side of this offensive line, there is a issue. There's guys running free. There's guys not blocking. There's people just standing there. I don't understand it. And that's 2 plays in a row. Something is, what the heck is going on here? And a very, very uncharacteristic nice wander botched punt. Yo, out of character. That's why we don't play online. This shit is so bad, bro. When it comes to kicking, that meter is so hard to hit, bro. Come on. All right. So, Buffalo gets the snap. It is a play action. And that is Danielle Hunter. Fumble by Josh Allen. And nobody's going to tackle him right away. Scooped up by, I do believe that is Saffold the second. But my goodness. Only a 3-yard loss. I mean, you got to be there to scoop that ball up. Danielle Hunter gets credited with the sack. It is Danielle Hunter with the sack, but my gosh, come on now. Danielle Hunter almost got back there again, and it's Patrick Peterson getting in the stat column. I agree, 100%. You've got to get back there to get that ball. So back-to-back interceptions now. I do believe on both drives, so we'll kind of see what happens here as Kirk Cousins under center, Dalvin behind him. It does go to Dalvin. Dalvin fumbles and picked up by Johnson on the defense. And we said it in the preview, this is going to be about the defense creating turnovers, and my goodness, are they doing it at a high percentage here? Holy moly. Here comes Josh Allen, empty setback shotgun, obvious passing play. I almost said running play. There's a little throw to Knox. Catching this man coverage off guard. It's a game of turnovers. You've heard of the Game of Thrones. This is the game of turnovers. And in a game where somebody's O has got to go, you can't be doing it. Down in Buffalo. Josh Allen, shotgun. Tries to get him to jump. Gets the snap. There's a flag. We'll check that. This one may be coming back. It might be holding on Buffalo. And it is. So that'll back him up 10 yards, and we'll go again, 1st and 20. So 1st and 20 now for Buffalo. Josh Allen out of the shotgun, gets the snap. Short throw, Ezekiel Elliott. He'll be brought down by, looks like Josh Metellus out there. Good tackle for him, first of the day. So 2nd and 16 now for the Buffalo Bills. Allen gets the snap. It is a setup screen. Almost got there, and my goodness, on the screen, he gets a big gainer down to the 39, or up to the 39, however you want to say it. In the bottom of your screen, the Chicago Bears just scored. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left to go in that one. Left to go in the first, rather. So they're just on pace with the Minnesota Vikings. And yeah, so that's a big game in the division. Should Minnesota lose today, and it doesn't look like much faith has been restored here. Short throw caught. Looks like it'll be Davis on the catch. Josh Allen, 6 for 10, 83 and 2 touches, or 2 picks rather. Vikings coming out in their 4-3. Josh Allen in that near formation. So we get a little bit of a camera change. Eric Hendricks comes on the blitz, short throw, caught. Stephon Diggs, his first catch of the game, brought down by Harrison Smith. 104 for Josh Allen now. That one goes for 21. And they are threatening here in the red zone. There'll be a big hit put on by Jordan Hicks to Ezekiel Elliott, who just rushed for his 42nd yard. And you cannot let him score here. 2nd and 5, as you heard. And as you can see, game of turnovers. Allen, shotgun, tries to get him to jump or show their defense. Danielle Hunter, and that will be Anthony Barr team up to take down Zeke. Here comes the boom. They got to do something here. Josh Allen gets the snap. He's got a man. And it's picked off by Eric Hendricks with a toe tap. Eric Hendricks with a toe tap. Oh my goodness. So Eric Hendricks gets in the pick column. Josh Allen with a floater. Maybe he was just trying to throw it away. I have no idea. Regardless. Kirk Cousins. Batted away, almost intercepted. Oh my gosh. Gotta see these guys crossing Kirk. So we'll see what the Vikings want to do here. Cousins, shotgun. Gets the snap, throws. Picked off again, my God. And Micah Hyde with that one. 4 picks for Kirk. I think it's time for Kirk to go. I mean, I don't know what he saw there. I really don't know what he saw. Josh Allen looks over his options. Picked off! Xavier Rhodes gets number 12. Xavier Rhodes gets number 12, and the defense is and Everson Griffin goes down holding his stomach. He immediately calls for the bench. My goodness. I mean, we celebrate his 12th, and the defense trying to keep the Vikings in this game, but that is a big loss for this team. So Kirk Cousins under center gets the snap. Kind of a weird play here. Cousins throws. Batted away. I mean, the Vikings just can't get anything going here. I mean, Kirk trying to force the ball down the field. You got this defense that is pretty good. Kirk Cousins under center gets the snap, gives it to Dalvin. Dalvin not being able to do too much today. Muscle cramps for Everson Griffin. So Armon Watts will come on in for at least the next couple plays on defense. And third down, horn blows. The only thing keeping the Vikings in this game is their defense. We need to get this offense going. As Kirk Cousins gets the snap. Has a man, it's Irv Smith for the first down. What a great throw. That little bunch formation over there caused a little bit of disruption on the defense, and Irv Smith was able to get free. Kirk Cousins able to find him, and we moved the chains. I was holding my breath there for a little bit, but Randy Replay happy to get up to the 31. Alvin gets nowhere. Loss of 2. And the run game just isn't there today. At least not right now. So 2nd and 12 now. Minnesota calling out protections as Kirk Cousins gets the snap. And he's got a man. That's Adam Thielen down the right side of the formation, and the rollout to the right. Kirk Cousins is cold-blooded. When rolling out to the right, Kirk Cousins is cold-blooded. He picks the man deepest down the field that's wide open. My heavens. So here we go. Brand new life in the Minnesota Vikings offense now. As Dalvin Cook gets loose. Dalvin's loose. He's going for the pylon. Gets shoved out at the 2. Oh my heavens, he'll get the first down, but we wanted so much more from Dalvin. What a great run by Dalvin Cook. And for once this game, what a great job by this offensive line. So 1st and goal, they're not going to get a snap off. I don't think the plan was to ever, but at the end of 1, 9-0. But Minnesota knocking on Buffalo's door. That is a great call. It's probably one of my better calls. It's probably one of my better calls, I'm not going to lie. And here we go, back in the 2nd quarter, 15 minutes left to go here on the 2-yard line. CJ Ham behind Kirk Cousins, in front of Dalvin Cook. I formation, they're going to give it to the aforementioned Cook, and he will not, finally go down. He's not going to get much. Loss of about 2. So Minnesota struggling on 3rd and goals. Really anywhere in the red zone, any down that there's a goal attached to it. This season, red zone percentage not the best, not where you want to see it. From the 5, this one goes to Cook. He'll cut back towards the middle, and the speed just isn't there for Dalvin right now. I don't know what's going on with him. The speed just isn't there for Dalvin. So big drive here for both of these teams. For the defense, it's huge. And for the Vikings, it's even bigger. You need to score. Gets the snap, does Kirk. Just as he's about to throw, he gets plastered. And that has been the story of the season. From the 3, we've learned our lesson here. We got to take the points as Joey Sly will trot out. And we'll attempt a field goal here. So Joey Sly lines up to make this thing 9-3. Sly's kick is away. It is good. So Colin Johnson goes down. Of course, Colin Johnson just has one catch on the year coming over from New York. My goodness. So he goes down. McKenzie takes this thing from the 1. McKenzie almost broke it. Cameron Danzler right there. So Bruce Sternum for Colin Johnson. He will be out for the rest of the game. So that's not good. I haven't really called his name yet. I think he's only been out there on a handful of plays, but the guy who's 6'6", tight end, you really want him on this team, especially in the red zone. Not that it matters because Minnesota can't score. From the shotgun, Ezekiel Elliott takes the call. He'll go up 3 yards. I mean, you could say takes the call, takes the ball, however you want to say it. He only gets 3 on that one. Good tackle by Kendricks. So Josh Allen in this weird pistol formation where he's got the tight end Knox to his right. Sends a man in motion that is not Stephon Diggs. I do apologize. It's Ndamukong Suh, Hicks, and Kendricks teaming up for that one. 3rd and 6 now for Buffalo. Up 6. So 3rd down's treating Buffalo very, very well in this one. We'll see what they want to do here. Josh Allen. Shotgun. Gets the snap. Throws. Caught. Stephon Diggs with the dagger across the middle. And Daniil Hunter almost got there for his 2nd sack of the game. And the Buffalo Bills will gain another first. Play action. And we got there. The pressure got there, but he was able to get the ball away. And Josh Allen will hit Crowder across the middle, as you can see. Daniil Hunter right there in his face. So, really unfortunate, but that's the way she goes. Josh Allen, shotgun, gets the snap. Big hit put on by Josh Metellus. There is a flag, though. It's going to be holding on Thuney. That'll back him up. We do it again. 1st and 16. Josh Allen. Shotgun. Gets the snap. Set up screen beautifully. And Eric Kendricks will be there. Tackle him. No gain on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 16. We do it all over again. Great defense by Minnesota called there. And great job of running over for Eric Kendricks. Allen throws middle, intercepted and almost caught by Lewis Seen. Not intercepted, batted away rather, almost intercepted by Lewis Seen, batted by Eric Kendricks. So now he has an interception and a pass deflection. Or a pass defense, however you want to look at it. Pro Football Focus says pass defense. Randy Replay says pass deflected. And on 3rd and 16, they're going to punt. And they're going to call a timeout. I don't... interesting play call. Very interesting. End up in punt formation. Maybe trying to throw off the Vikings. Randy likes it. Throw intercepted, Eric Kendricks. He's trying to hit the wide open receiver in the zone coverage, but there is no wide open receiver when you got Eric Kendricks. My goodness. And the last 2 games, Kendricks has hops. KHH, my guys. Kendricks has hops. And Dalvin Cook will break free. Dalvin Cook to the right side. He'll get out of bounds. And my goodness, Dalvin's getting loose. And we love the age-old adjective, Dalvin be cooking now here in the 2nd quarter. Yeah, that was a little weird. So Dalvin, what we call in the zone, gets the snap, gives it to the aforementioned Cook, who will cook his way for another 3-yard gainer. Might not be the flashiest player out there, but he's getting the job done here today. Dalvin Cook. That was a little weird, wasn't it? We did see on the play call sheet that it was not a punt call. So maybe some NFL trickery coming through. Kirk Cousins calls out protections, gets the snap. As a man, it's Tyler Johnson, caught, first down, Vikings. They're going to go no huddle. So Tyler Johnson across the middle. Cousins, weird snap, Corral gets it, throws, caught, Adam Thielen. He will get shoe-strung. Shakes a defender and gets down to the 4. So we'd like to see Adam score there, but my goodness, down at the 4, you like your chances, and this Vikings team is a little fired up here. It's the online, yeah. And here we go, Minnesota. Here's Dalvin. Dalvin getting down, no gain. He's not going to get any gain there. Yeah, that's the unfortunate side of the online play. No textures. This is why we don't do it. Kirk Cousins. High formation here. Gets the snap. It is a short throw. Batted away. Almost intercepted. Tre'Davious White almost had his 4th. Sheldon Richardson goes down on the play. And once again, the age-old story. Minnesota struggling in the red zone. 3rd and goal again. So they can get down here. They just can't do anything with the ball once they do. Dalvin Cook sent out to be a wide receiver. Kirk Cousins left in the empty setback shotgun. Gets the snap. He throws short. Incomplete. Threw it behind both Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook. You got to believe it's part of the pressure. And again, Kirk Cousins pressured here. So Joey Sly will attempt to make this thing a 6-9 game. He does. Very nice. So we're only down 3, but my goodness, what a defensive struggle. Pectoral strain, Sheldon Richardson, he will not be able to return for this one. So that's a big hit for an already banged up Buffalo team. Joey Sly is set to kick this thing away. And we'll see what the Vikings defense can do coming off that interception, which only led to 3 points. You got to believe there is some animosity on that sideline. Coming through on the Minnesota Vikings fan line. A tie? I mean, 0-8 teams? That would be poetic, wouldn't it? Josh Allen out of the shotgun, rather. Jordan Hicks with a big hit, and Minnesota Vikings run defense is now stifling, suffocating this Buffalo Bills team here in the second half, or second quarter, rather. Ezekiel Elliott's being held in check. We just can't get those wide receivers to be held in check. That's the most important thing. Josh Allen. High formation. Gets the throw away, and as I was saying, Crowder gets another one. I thought he would have been knocked down. Apparently you got to be touchdown when you're hit down by contact. It's a little weird. Anyway. Bills get a first down through the air. That's the only way this team is going to beat us. We have schemed for the run. Josh Allen throws short, caught. Davis for 9. Oh, they're going to give him the first down. So the Bills are moving now. Here we go. Minnesota will shift things defensively. Kendricks. It's a setup screen. And Eric Kendricks and Everson Griffin will team up. Gain of 2. Again, the screenplay is just very, very beautiful by the Bills. They're just not getting the blocking up front that they need to sell it. Minnesota is identifying it and doing so often. So, great chess match here today to the tune of 9-6. Josh Allen under center for this one. Ezekiel Elliott behind him. He's got Knox to his right. He will pat his left side of his helmet. Gets the snap. Give to Elliott, who will try and run through Patrick Peterson, but he'll bring him down with momentum. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 4. And we'll see what they want to do here as they come out in a shotgun formation. Alert, alert being said by Josh Allen. Typically when quarterbacks do that, they call audibles, and they hit it. They hit Knox again. And another first down given up by this Minnesota Vikings defense. For Knox, that's his 3rd catch. And they're just killing us with these underneath routes. We did scheme for the run game, I do believe. Across the middle, it's intercepted. Cameron Danzler intended for Jamison Crowder, who has been dicing us up today. And another interception. Cam Danzler is 2nd of the game, I do believe. There's been a lot of them. I mean, you want Crowder to be a little bit more separated, but Josh Allen has made that sort of throw all day, so can't really blame him. Cook will get the give, and loss of 2. They're going to go no huddle. See what Cousins can do here. Gets the snap out of the shotgun. And he goes down. I mean, you got Dalvin Cook in the backfield. You expect him to pick that up. And he does not. So quickly, 3rd and long. 3rd and 22. As you can see, Dalvin Cook does not pick up the blitz. That is the unfortunate scenario that we find ourselves in here today. Playing press coverage to the outside. Kirk Cousins yelling out protections to his offensive line. Gets the snap. Just avoiding the safety. That's all you could do in that situation. And you're going to have to punt it away here. I mean, it's pretty safe to say that you can trust your defense. Nice wander into punt. But my God, you got to get something going here if you're ever going to have a chance to come back in this one. Nice wander's big kick down. Oh, Shannon Sullivan. I did not see the hand wave. Shannon Sullivan almost cost his team 15 yards there. Nevertheless, Josh Allen taking over. Just shy of their, well, over their own 50. Just shy of the red horn on the Buffalo. Low go. Eric Kendricks. It's picked off by Harrison Smith. Kendricks forcing the bad throw. And Harrison Smith. The Saffold goes down. Oh my God. It just keeps getting worse for the Bills, but Harrison Smith gets his first of the year here in game number 8. And Kirk Cousins comes back out. We've been hanging around midfield, both teams, this whole game. And another sack. And the right side of this offensive line needs to do something. They need help. They need help. Kirk Cousins. How many picks and turnovers? Yes, indeed. And how many sacks are we going to see here today? Kirk Cousins. It's the snap. He's got him, man. If he could just get the ball away, he does, but it's overthrown. Oh my heavens. I mean, there was nobody within 5 yards of Adam Thielen. And 3rd and 20, you cannot have Hunter Nicewander come back in on this hollowed ground to punt. 4 minutes and 52 seconds, you get the ball back, you're down 3. Let's get aggressive here, guys. Come on! Cousins, lone setback shotgun, gets the snap. Throws. Caught Thielen wide open. Well, not wide open, but he gets it and he becomes open. And they're going to go no huddle. They're going to go no huddle. Seemingly the same offensive look. Kirk Cousins, empty setback shotgun. You know the deal. Gets the snap, throws, caught Jefferson. Jefferson gets a good block. He shakes a defender and then gets up to the 27. And there's the point. So now Justin Jefferson getting going here. So 2 very, very good throws by Kirk Cousins. And that's what you want to see. That is the Kirk Cousins that you see flashes of, and this is why he's still in the game. Unfortunately, he's not like this all the time. So So roll out to the left. Obviously, Cousins rolling out to the left is not a good thing. Nobody even on that half of the field, so he's going to have to throw it across his body. And he just throws it into the sideline. 12 turnovers today? Oh boy, already. This game is just getting wildly out of hand. Oh, I just can't wait to be king. Here we go. Cousins gives to Cook. Cook fumbles and another one! Another turnover in back-to-back games. Cook has put it on the ground. Was he down though? Oh no, he was not down at all. He was not down at all. That's just a good play by this defense. And you're damned if you throw it, you're damned if you run it. The Minnesota Vikings, it's just not their year. Kirk Cousins. Or not Kirk Cousins, Josh Allen, sorry. Yes, 13 turnovers here today. And that's total. So they're going to go no huddle. Josh Metellus kind of looking lost out there in the middle of the field. Short throw caught. Knox again. Lewis seen. Keeping them in bounds. You love to see it. No tempo here. Josh Allen. Shotgun. Gonna give it to Zeke. Zeke will get hit hard. Patrick Peterson stumbling. I do believe that was Ndamukong Suh that came through and caused the initial stumble. So Dalvin, 2 straight games with a fumble. Coming back off of that injury. Oof. Ooh, big run by Ezekiel Elliott to the middle. Sorry. Missed tackle rarity by Eric Kendricks. Daniil Hunter on the tackle there. 3rd and 4 now. Minnesota not going to take a timeout prior to the 2-minute warning. If I'm Minnesota, I'm taking a timeout there. Maybe Randy should be the coach. But nevertheless, they're not going to get a snap off. 2-minute warning. It is 6-9. Minnesota gets the ball back 2 minutes from now. And we'll kind of see what happens. As both teams have a play that's they think is going to be beneficial for them. Josh Allen, shotgun, gets the snap. Throws, intercepted, Cam Dantzler again. My heavens. I mean, when you put the 2 league-leading interception throwing quarterbacks together, yeah, I mean, there's going to be some picks, but my goodness, we're seeing multiple. I do believe that's now 6 for Josh Allen, 4 for Kirk Cousins, I do believe. Nevertheless, here we go. Kirk Cousins, shotgun, gets the snap. Hey. He didn't throw it. I hit the button. Dude, this game is so shitty online. I hit the button. Jesus Christ. All right, so Kirk Cousins not making a throw there. Maybe he didn't see what he had. Nevertheless, thinks he's got a man here and incomplete. Tyler Johnson, you have to catch that. Now you got to believe it is 4-down territory, Minnesota. Got to use something in the playbook that maybe Buffalo hasn't seen yet. And hopefully try and get this first down. I mean, not a lot of plays in the playbook designed to get you this amount of yardage. We've been saying it for years here on the SSN, but if you're Minnesota, you got to at least try. Kirk Cousins, empty setback shotgun, gets the snap. Short throw, caught, and he will just be shy. Timeout taken, Minnesota. And that was, I do believe, excuse me, Johnson on the tackle. I do believe that was, oh, what's his name? I'm totally blanking. Tyler Johnson making up for the early drop. And they will not not get it. As it goes to CJ Ham, they will not get it on the 1-yard rush. He runs into his own lineman, and my goodness. I have not seen anything like this before. Well, actually we have all season, but my gosh. Minnesota will back off. Josh Allen gets the snap, and he'll go down. Everson Griffin will take him down for the sack. He'll do the Ray Lewis dance, and Minnesota will change up their defense. Josh Allen will seemingly change up the offense to match. And it will be Anthony Barr. So Josh Allen runs into a bar. And that is 3rd and 25 now. And Minnesota takes a timeout. They're looking to get the ball back here. They have 2 left. Well, one now. So you might as well use it as soon as they get a tackle, because you get the ball back. Try for the home run play, and then you get the ball back at the other side of the break here. I'm just a little flabbergasted by Minnesota there. They're letting a little bit of time run off the clock. Meanwhile, Buffalo gets the snap, does Josh Allen, and it's batted away Patrick Peterson. They will save the timeout due to the ball being incomplete. And this should be a punting situation, and for the first time, the Bills are going to punt. Razer into punt, and we'll watch the fake here, boys. All right. Punt is away. Time is ticking, literally. Wang Wu will get this thing up to the 25, rather, and now they have 20 seconds to work with. They have a big kicker in Joey Sly, the Sly guy. I mean, just see what you could do here. Gonna have to call something that gets your playmakers down the field, not only in a hurry, but it gets them able to be open. Your target. And Buffalo wisely switching to that. You see all 3 safeties are deep here. Throws it. Caught Thielen. They are halfway there. Minnesota will take their final timeout. So now you play the sidelines. You try and get this thing a little bit closer for Joey Sly. You tie the game up prior to half. And then you go into the locker room feeling good about yourself. Kirk Cousins. Shotgun gets the weird snap. He's got his man. Got to get out of bounds. He does. He does indeed. Irv Smith maybe just sealed the deal here. And Joey Sly will come on for a 49-yarder. Now, nothing is automatic in the NFL. We get that here, but he has been very, very good from 40+. Joey Sly's kick is away. It is good, just barely. Whew. Whew. I mean, that thing just squeaked over the crossbar, and now Joey Sly kicks us to a tie. Hey, that rhymed. Somebody's always got to go down in Buffalo. Joey Sly just kicked us to a tie. And McKenzie will let this thing bounce into the end zone. So what a game this has been. What a game, ladies and gentlemen. A tie game. Who would have thunk it? Minnesota scoring before the half. And Buffalo will take the victory formation. And we'll go to halftime tied up at 9. I mean, if you're the coach for both of these teams, what do you do? What the heck do you do? All right, so we are getting this half underway. We'll see if we can't speak with the correspondent from the Bills here in a little bit. Wang Wu takes this thing up to the 20. And here come the Vikings. Dalvin Cook will get the snap to start this second half in a very, very tightly contested game. Where we've seen Kirk Cousins stay in the game. I mean, Josh Allen is throwing picks, so I mean, you might as well match as best as you can. So we'll see what happens here. Kirk Cousins, shotgun, gets the snap. Has a man. That is Irv Smith, who has played a big role in this game. Little gain there. And we'll see what the Vikings want to do here. 3rd and 3. 3. Tyler Johnson out there. For this one, Kirk Cousins gets the snap. As a man over the middle, it is Adam Thielen who's having a hell of a game. And he'll go down just shy of the 45. They're going to mark him down at the 46. And that'll be a first down Minnesota. You won't hear it, but we'll do it. And look at the right side of the formation. That is the big tell of that play. The right side of the formation actually doing good blocking there. Nelly. Out of the shotgun. Dalvin Cook will get the run. He's going to go for 7. And Dalvin Cook trying to get cooking here in the second half. He had a pretty good first. Let's see what he can do here. You see Buffalo sending pressure left. Justin Jefferson, man in motion. He'll get it on the end around. Tries to gain the edge. He does not. That'll be 3rd and 2 now. Oh boy. So 3rd and 2. Von Miller brings him down. We've been calling his name a lot. 2 tackles in the game, but they've both been very, very good ones. This ball goes to Dalvin Cook, who forces his way through the line. Sheldon Richardson will go down, ex-Minnesota Viking. And another injury here in this game. Buffalo, who is already banged up coming in, just keeps taking these injuries. So Kirk Cousins under center. Gets his feet set, throws. That's Adam Thielen again, and they clearly are game planning for Justin Jefferson. Adam Thielen, it is a bruised knee for Sheldon Richardson. He will be held out for a couple plays. Adam Thielen is really feasting here, especially in the end of the second, early here in the third. We've had his name called 3 times already. This one will go to Cook, who gets through the line, gets 5 yards. That's what we like to see from Dalvin. And I don't know what happened at halftime. You're seeing a different Minnesota Vikings team now. The offensive line specifically getting a little better. Dalvin getting through the hole. He will not have enough. Oh, no. Uh-oh. JJ holding his right thigh. So Justin Jefferson, injury, right thigh. That's not good. We'll see what shakes loose with all that crap in just a moment. So far, Justin Jefferson will be held out for at least a play, as per league rules. 3rd and inches now for Dalvin. Very important drive here. You need to score coming out of the half. Dalvin will get the ball, and he will get up down to the 6. So you hate to see it. We'll get that information, JPP, on the tackle. We'll get that information to you as soon as we can, we promise. Cousins throws. He's got a man. It's Dalvin. Dalvin down to the 3. Nope, down to the 4. They're gonna go no huddle. They're going to go no huddle. Kirk Cousins yelling out protections as he normally does. There's Dalvin. Dalvin gets in. Touchdown, Minnesota. And Kevin O'Connell finally gets his team in the end zone. And dislocated hip. Oh, my God. Dislocated hip for JJ. So Adam Thielen will be the number 1 look. Minnesota pulls ahead. 11:09 left to go here in the third. 15-9. That'll make it 16 pending the kick. Joey Slide, the Sly guy. Snap, spot, kick is away, and he shanked it wide right. Oh, he shanked it wide right. And whether that's user game cheese or whether that's user game... oh, boy. Maybe it's the wind, maybe Desmond Ridder got a finger stuck on the whatever it was, he missed it. So it's 15-9. So a 6-point game. Here come the Bills. Minnesota leading for the first time in this one. 11:09 left to go. 15 unanswered points, I might add. Josh Allen from the shotgun gets the snap. He's going to give it to, that is Ezekiel, who just gets hit hard by Josh Metellus. Oh my heavens. 2nd and 2 now. So Zeke getting going here early on in the second half. Tries to cut it up the middle. Thought he had a hole, but that was plugged quickly by Hicks and Kendricks. Of course, the wham bam thank you man middle linebackers. And this Minnesota Vikings 3-4, and these two are probably the best linebackers in the league in terms of tackling. Not too many missed tackles by them. And especially Eric Kendricks, who leads the team in tackles. That'll bring up a 3rd and 3. 3rd and shorts have not treated Minnesota very well today. We'll see if that changes. Josh Allen under center. Ezekiel Elliott behind him. A single setback. Gonna get the snap. Does Josh Allen. He throws. That is Knox. Nope, that is not Knox. That is... Oh, wait, it is Knox. Never mind. I thought I saw 80. It's kind of hard to see the field from the press box. And Knox signals first down right in front of Kevin O'Connor. So a great play drew up there by the Bills to get the first down. They make it to the 39. That is where they take over here. Minnesota backing off coverage. Interesting call. Kendricks will say something to the defensive line. He will back up. And there is a throw. A little glitch there. Xavier Rhodes on the tackle. That'll be Stephon Diggs, his 3rd catch of the game, I do believe. Yep, for 48 yards. So a great Xavier Rhodes keeping him in check. Great job by Xavier. And we'll see what they want to do here. 2nd and 2. Design run play to go to Zeke. Zeke will force his way through. First down, Buffalo. And Lewis Seen on the tackle. The Bills will get another first down. So Danielle Hunter had that sack in the first quarter. He is trying to get back there now. Short throw caught. Oh, Patrick Peterson almost had his 2nd of the game. That'll be caught across the middle. First down, Buffalo. Josh Allen to Davis again. His 3rd catch, 41 yards. And I mean, if you're Patrick Peterson, I don't know how you play that any better. You just got to come away with the pick. So another run. Hicks. 4 Vikings to bring him down. My goodness. Griffin, Hunter, Nix, or Hicks, I should say, and then finally Harrison Smith. So 2nd and 4, already 7:56 and counting left to go here in the 3rd. The Bills are threatening just outside the red zone. And Ezekiel Elliott staying on his feet here. He is carrying this Minnesota Vikings defense for yardage. And it'll bring up 3rd and 2. So you hold them to 3 here, it gets a little easier, you know. Dalvin's cooking here later stages of the game. Finally, the defensive line for the Bills is wearing down a bit. But if they score here, they go up by 1, and then you're in that mindset, like you got to get this ball down the field, and that's where Kirk struggles. So the defense really has to come alive here for this team. It's 8 seconds left on the play clock. Josh Allen under center, gets the snap, looking to throws, caught, knocks, carried out of bounds at the 5. And whatever the Minnesota Vikings are calling just doesn't seem to work here on this drive. So here we go, I formation, Josh Allen. It is a pitch out. That's going to be Eric Kendricks bringing down Ezekiel Elliott for his 4th tackle of the game. 3rd, rather. He also has 1 interception. My goodness, Randy. Come on, get it together. This isn't Detroit, man. This is the Bills. So here we go. Allen gets the snap. Looking, throwing. Batted away. That'll be Anthony Barr in the coverage against his former teammate Stephon Diggs. No touchdown, no flags, 3rd and goal. Minnesota playing press coverage across the board. We need a big play. Throw. Oh, it's Hicks with a pick. He telegraphed that perfectly. Jordan Hicks telegraphed that perfectly. The kids would call it a user today. But what a telegraphed interception. We're going to take a look at it here. Just undercut the crap out of that route and gets Minnesota the ball back up 6. Dalvin Cook, who is kind of slowing down a bit. He breaks a tackle, but he'll be brought down behind the line ultimately. A lot of running just for a loss of 2. And that'll bring up 2nd and 12. Here comes Kirk. Rolling. As a man. It's going to be Irv Smith for the first down. You're not going to hear it, but we'll do it. So Irv Smith at 15 turnovers in this one. My goodness. And the rollout for Kirk Cousins is working. Irv Smith having a season high 5 catches, 72 yards in this one. Dalvin Cook, tough running here as he's only going to get he'll get back to the line. I thought they'd give him at least 1. They did not. And we got 2nd and 10. Irv! We appreciate everybody for chatting into the Minnesota Vikings fan line in this one. It's been kind of hard to watch, but Minnesota has a lead. 5 minutes left to go here in the 3rd and counting. Cousins gets the snap. He gets a man wide open off the pick and roll. It's Adam Thielen. He's going to put the brakes on him. And that will be a Minnesota Vikings first down again. Kirk Cousins, since throwing his pick, is having a hell of a day. All right, can we take another look? Oh, okay, I guess we can't. Thought we were going to be able to take another look at Kirk Cousins, or not Kirk Cousins, Adam Thielen putting the brakes on him. This one goes to Dalvin, who's kind of obviously getting game plan for here. It'll be 2nd and 9 now. Will there be 20 turnovers in this game? Randy Replay will take the over. I say there's going to be more. The Minnesota Vikings, of course, we'll go over everything Minnesota Vikings after. We'll have that chat with the correspondent from the Bills. There's a setup screen, goes to Dalvin. Dalvin gains the edge. He needs blocking. He does not get it. He does not get the blocking. 3rd and 1, though. And now Dalvin on the first call of the screen, his 3rd catch for 15 yards. Here we go, 3rd and 1. This team needs to convert here. I mean, if not, you got Joey Sly, and Dalvin will convert it. Almost a full day for him, 25 carries, 109, and a touchdown. Also, not to mention, he has that fumble. So we'll see what transpires here. No Justin Jefferson, rather. He was held out with an injury. Quick throw to the left. That is a wide open Tyler Johnson. He's going to try and stay in, but he'll be forced out down at the 16. And operating without Justin Jefferson, of course. He had the big injury. When Kirk Cousins gets a clean pocket, we see good things from him. And that's just really what he can't get this season. So Tyler Johnson, man in motion. That'll be Dalvin Cook trying to gain the edge. He will not. He'll have to cut it back inside. No gain, but we'll kind of see what we have here. 2nd and 10 now. After a no gain run. Becoming all to the normal for Dalvin here in this quarter. Yeah, we traded for Tyler earlier in the season. Not traded, we picked him up. Kirk, shotgun, gets the snap. And Irv Smith will make up 5 yards, but now is the big test time here. I do believe we signed him off of a practice squad. I have to go back and take a peek. So here we go, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins, shotgun, flanked by Dalvin to his right. Has a man wide open. It's Adam Thielen, and Adam Thielen gets in. He will get covenant claps. What's he doing? Adam Thielen in the sack race. Oh, and Williams will fall down. Adam Thielen wins the Minnesota Invitational Sack Race 2022 champion. And Minnesota will send out Joey Slide for the point after, make this thing 22-9. Joey Slide missed a field goal, extra point earlier. He nails this one 22-9, and for the first time this season, Minnesota has a double-digit lead. We thank you for following the Minnesota Vikings fan line member. Thank you for becoming a member, and thank you for supporting the SSN. We do appreciate it. Davis Mills and the Texans. Yeah. I wish he was up here, but only in this universe. So here we go. 1st and 10, Josh Allen working unfamiliar territory for the Minnesota Vikings, being up double digits. Unfortunately, familiar territory for the Bills. And another one. Xavier Rhodes gets his second of the game. And number 15 on the season, I do believe. 12, 13, 14. And Xavier Rhodes undercut the route. And he just looks behind him and he puts the ball down. That is how the NFL wants you to celebrate in the modern day NFL. No fun league, of course. Dalvin Cook behind Kirk Cousins. He will get the ball. Dalvin, hold on to the ball, young man. Come on now. 2nd and goal. Minnesota. 16th turnover. My heavens. My heavens. My heavens. My heavens. Big yikes indeed, but it is what it is. You get the two teams that lead the league in interceptions and turnovers. You're going to see some. We didn't think it'd be this much. Kirk Cousins, 7 seconds to snap the ball. He does get it away. Throws, just overthrowing Irv Smith to the left side, 3rd and goal. I mean, Irv Smith was on an island out there. So 3rd down again from the 5, as you just heard the stadium announcer. Can I not search for play action? What the hell? That's weird. All right. We have a lot of cuts to make out of character. 3rd and goal, Minnesota from the 5. 59 seconds left to go here in the 3rd. Kirk Cousins, shotgun, gets the snap. Thinks he has a man, and he does not as it's picked off Micah Hyde. He gets his second, intended for Adam Thielen. They're trying to get Micah Hyde to come out of the end zone. But Kirk Cousins throws his 5th and the 17th turnover of the game. His 55th of the season, I do believe. 55th, 54th, 55th. Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad here in this season, boys. Minnesota needs a win to kind of get their confidence back. 17, yeah. Angling towards that number that Robert threw out there for the over-under turnovers. We only have 3 more to go. Nevertheless, Josh Allen, I formation. Taps his shoulders, signifying a change. And Eric Hendricks again will stop Ezekiel Elliott for a minimal gain. 3rd and 1 now. Excuse me. It must have been that bad soda that I got given. Of course, Randy Replay. Throat's been a little hoarse the last couple games. Haven't really had much to cheer about. There is a couple things here in this one, which we will go over. Looks like they're not going to run a play, and that will be the end of 3. So Minnesota pouring it on here. End of the 1st, beginning of the 2nd half to the tune of 22-9 at the end of 3. Appreciate you for dropping by, Travis. I hope it's entertaining. And here we go. Minnesota. Not necessarily needing a stop, but they'll take it. Calling an audible here is Minnesota. And there is movement. I do believe this is going to be on Buffalo, though. Nope. Yep, it is on Buffalo. That'll back him up. So the attempt to make Minnesota jump comes back to bite the Bills in the booty. Josh Allen, lone setback shotgun, gets the snap, throws, and there's Mr. Knox again. Dawson Knox, I do believe, is his name. And catching first downs is his game to the tune of 8 for 77. Yeah, my goodness. Here we go. High formation for the Bills. It is a play action. And that will be Zadarius. Zadarius getting back to Josh Allen. And he gives the Fists of Fury as he gets his second sack of the season. My goodness. Zadarius. Josh Allen shotgun gets the snap, looking over his options, throwing middle, batted away. Cameron Dantzler. Intended for Jamison Crowder, who has just been crowding the catches all day. And so a big 3rd and long. Josh Allen comes out under center. Minnesota plays press to the outside as they normally do. 3rd downs. And Josh Allen will get away from the pocket, and he's going to get everything. He gets about 19 on this run. And how does that happen? Seemingly swallowed up in the backfield, but he gets out. That's going to be Randy's point of emphasis. How the hell do you let that happen? Nevertheless, Josh Allen under center is going to give the ball to Ezekiel Elliott, who gets cut down right at the last second by Harrison Smith. Otherwise, that goes for 6, and we have a different tune to our voices here on the SSN. And Minnesota facing a 2nd and 2 from Buffalo in the weird pistol formation again. And they will not be fooled on this one. That is Everson Griffin and Ndamukong Suh. As Griffin will do his patented dance there. Nobody else can do it in the NFL. Ray Lewis, of course, the originator. His own spin put on it was Everson Griffin. So here we go, 3rd down. Short throw across the middle, and it's Knox again. Why wouldn't it be? So Minnesota playing that bend but don't break defense, and that's what's going to happen. It's all about bleeding the clock, and they're going to get these little completions across the middle. Unfortunately, they're inching towards the red zone, so we got to tighten it up just a little bit. Minnesota will flip some defenders, flip the defenders around. Sorry, my Randy Replay having some struggles here. Anyway, a nice little bubble screen to Ezekiel Elliott. He'll take it up for 8 yards. That'll make it a 2nd and 2, 12-10 left to go in the game. And counting. Ooh, Josh Allen, like he has been most of the game, in the shotgun. This time, Elliott to his right. He will get the snap. He will give to aforementioned Elliott, who will get just enough for the 1st down. 90 yards for Elliott in this one. Minnesota handling him in check in the 1st half. Not so much here in the 2nd. He's able to get free. And it's been the opposite story for Dalvin Cook. Had a better 1st half by far. Daniil Hunter puts his hand in the dirt for this one. Josh Allen flushed right. He will get another 7 yards here. 30 yards on the day total on Josh Allen. Having some success getting out of the pocket. You love to see it. It's not against this team. Ezekiel Elliott will get the carry here, and my goodness, he just burst through the attempted tackle. I do believe that was Cameron Dantzler. Xavier Rhodes will finally bring him down, recording his 3rd for the day. Yeah, just ran through Cameron. Zeke. So now if you're Buffalo, what do you do? 10:43 left to go. You have to be a little aggressive here. Josh Allen, 10 picks in this one. Kirk Cousins, not too many behind him with 5. Josh Allen throws, left, caught, just shy of the goal line. They're going to mark him out at the 1. And that could have went either way there. Good bench play It is Howard's second catch, goes for 13. And we'll see what Minnesota wants to do. Goal line defense of the Vikings has been pretty decent this year. He goes to the fullback there. Cause a fumble recovered by Minnesota. Everson Griffin. Oh, Nelly. And they wait until the goal line literally to make a play. I do believe that was caused by... Oh, there's so many bodies. I believe it was Anthony Barr recovered by Everson Griffin. This will be Dalvin Cook taking it out, giving his offense a little bit more room to breathe. I mean, if you're Dalvin, my goodness. Having a hell of a day today. And that was the most important run of Dalvin's day. We definitely don't want to give up 2 points down here. Not only that, you give up possession. So we'll see what he wants to do here. Kirk Cousins got something drawn up. Gets the snap, gives it to Dalvin. Dalvin breaks free. He's gonna... Why? Why do you make that extra cut? You had open field, Dalvin. Oh, no. That'll be 3rd and 5 now. Dalvin Cook just maybe lost his footing a bit there. Anyway, 3rd down. Cousins, shotgun, gets the snap, throws, caught Thielen. Big 3rd down conversion. Go down and hold on to the ball, please. Whew. So now if you're Minnesota, you got some breathing room. Adam Thielen being the guy, obviously, after Justin Jefferson goes down. Dalvin Cook taking this thing. He is cooking here. He gets loose for a big gain. That'll give him 136 on the day. And he stabs his way up for a 1st down. 19 on the play. So now if you're Minnesota, you just let this clock bleed. We're not used to this, so being up double digits, not only that, but being up here this late in a game. And everybody knows who the ball is going to here. Dalvin Cook takes it again for his 31st carry. You gotta believe already being out on injury, he's on a pitch count. I mean, you're almost nearing a full day of 32. He's at 31 right now. So do you send in Wongwu or Ty Chandler? Of course, Alexander Madison traded because he didn't re-sign. He didn't want to play here anymore. Who would on an 0-17 at the time? Traded for a 2nd-round pick, and here comes Minnesota. Trying to get him to jump off sides. They're going to bring this thing down as long as they possibly can. Dalvin Cook on the carry again. He's only going to get about 4. That'll bring up an obvious passing down for Minnesota, unless you want to take the penalty and just punt it away and just bleed this clock. I don't recommend it because Josh Allen proved that he can move the ball down the field, so here we go. Minnesota, 7:45 and counting left to go, up 22-9 on the Buffalo Bills. Kirk Cousins barking out instructions as he normally does. Here's the rollout. He has, oh my God. Hit as he throws. Had a man open. Just couldn't hit him. Nice wander into punt. Whew. So another 4th down force by this defense. There's the punt by Nice Wander. Room to return here for the first time, seemingly this season. They'll take this thing up to the 25, so it's like if you at the kickoff go out of bounds. Here we go. Minnesota needing a better defensive drive than that last one. And they are going to get it here on the first play. Early breakup. Metellus and Harrison Smith breaking up that pass. Now there's only, pending any weirdness, there's only 2 more drives here for each team. So, I mean, unless this is an extended drive, we'll see what happens. Here we go. Josh Allen out of the shotgun. 56. Sending out assignments. Minnesota will back off. Allen looks. He's got a man, or so he thinks, down the field. And Xavier Rhodes. There's no flag. I mean, he made... Oof. He made Stephon Diggs almost stop completely. Lewis Cine down there, too. Minnesota playing off the defenders here. Lots of room to run out there. Caught, Knox. Short of the line to gain. You got to think they're going to go for it. They do. See what they want to do here. And they go for Knox, but it's intercepted by Lewis Seen, the rookie. Lewis Seen has another interception. They go back to Knox, and Lewis Seen just dissects it perfectly. And he will salute, as he does after every interception, his 4th of the year. And Eric Hendricks was there as well. Everybody knew who they were going to. And maybe pass interference. He's hanging on the back of Knox. So Minnesota may be getting away with one there. 19th turnover, or is that 18? I do believe that's 18. And Dalvin throwing off a defender, not going to matter as he doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage. And now Dalvin nearing that pitch count of 32. He does have a fumble in the game, knocking on wood. As you hear Randy replay, the desk up here is actually pretty darn good here in the booth. Dalvin taking it, throwing off a defender. And there's 34, carries 150. We're going to take, oh, we can, okay. Well, here we go. Can we do it? I don't think we can. I don't think we can, Georgie. I don't think we can, Georgie. No, we can't. Okay, well. It's the downside of playing in a user game. You only get one pause per half. So Dalvin's stuck in there. So if it gets... There's Dalvin. Gets an injury. It's not our fault. Dalvin open field to his right. And didn't take advantage of it. They're obviously sending the house on these plays. And it's working. And we'll see what the Vikings draw up here. 5:25 left to go. Vikings going to seemingly at least walk away with a field goal attempt here, pending any weirdness. Adam Thielen, man in motion. It will be the end around again, and around. Adam Thielen gets it, but he makes a double move. And he goes down after a gain of 1. He's upset about that one, you can tell. He makes a double move. He doesn't do it. He gets into the end zone scot-free. Oof. Again, the double moves killing the Vikings today. Second time that has happened. Zach Davidson, man in motion. He will move to the left of the formation. Dalvin Cook behind Kirk Cousins. Gets the snap, gives it to the aforementioned Cook, who will take it a couple yards. Gonna be brought down at the 12. And now if you're the Vikings, what do you do? 3rd down. Cannot risk a turnover here. Zach Davidson motioning again to the left, seemingly the same play. This time it will go to Cook again, and let's get a yard. We'll give him 160 on the game. Here comes Joey Sly for a 25-9 lead. Pending the kick, of course. He missed earlier. Joey Sly's attempt. They'll try and bleed this clock as much as they can. Snap, the spot. Joey Sly's kick is good. 25-9 on your Mountaineer scoreboard. Whew. So a game that was tied going into the half. The second half, Minnesota has put together quite the second half here for the first time this season. They are up in the 4th quarter. That's got to feel nice. I mean, Kevin O'Connell, pending any weirdness, about to get his first victory as a Minnesota Vikings head coach. Player morale will go up, and I do believe this momentum will carry over into the next game. And we'll see what we have. Josh Allen, fumble, scooped by Danielle Hunter. He's going to score! And a scoop and score, Danielle Hunter. And Minnesota will edge the lead here a little bit. I do believe that's Anthony Barr, credited with the sack fumble. And it's going to be 32-9. So I do believe Anthony Barr with the sack fumble, and then Danielle Hunter, of course, still hasn't changed his number. I think he's going to rock 91 for the rest of the season. For the score, 19 turnovers, as the Vikings fan line points out. And that was just unfortunate for Josh Allen. He tried to leave the safety of the pocket, which was collapsing, and we've seen that from Kirk. I do believe it's 19, yes. I do believe. Danielle Hunter gets there, and Patrick Peterson with an interception. There's number 20. And Patrick Peterson will take this to the house. Minnesota's defense scoring twice inside of 30 seconds of gameplay. And Patrick Peterson will slow clap, asking the fans to get loud. Danielle Hunter there in the face. Just picked the wrong guy. Joey Sly to make this a 39-9 game. Joey Sly's kick is away. It is good, right down the middle. And Minnesota with a 30-point lead, piling it on here in the fourth. And so we'll kick it off. We'll do it again. Thunk. Joey Sly kick is away. Corral, Bynum playing that outside, not really giving him too much. There we go. Cuts back into the middle, gets up to the 23, and that's where Buffalo will. 21, actually? Holy smokes. Okay. So a weird little break in the action. Case Keenum comes in lieu of Josh Allen. So Case Keenum, former Viking as well. Dominican Sue will drop back into pressure. That will be Danielle Hunter. Case Keenum will be credited with 2 yards of forward progress. Danielle Hunter records his third tackle. And here come the Vikings. Throw across the middle. That's Knox again. Patrick Peterson on the coverage. And Case Keenum is 1 for 1, 14 yards. Minnesota will back off their coverage. Keenum throws. Caught. It'll be Howard. His second catch of the game, I do believe. And that will be the 2-minute warning. So 2 minutes left to go here. Not really what you wanted to see if you're a Bills fan. I mean, we had that crazy intro. Bills Mafia breaking tables, getting into fights in the stands. Short throw caught. Crowder again. Ooh. Kind of getting through a couple of the defenders there. But if you're Minnesota and you're Kevin O'Connell, you are ecstatic. You get your first win as a Minnesota Vikings head coach. First win as a head coach in general. And that'll be batted away by Harrison Smith. You got to watch him back there, going for Knox again. I mean, this, of course, is pending any weirdness. We've seen teams give up leads before, but you got to believe this is all wrapped up, right? You got to. And for Minnesota, they will taste victory, of course, pending any weirdness for the first time this season. That will be another sack fumble picked up by Danielle Hunter, and nobody's going to get back there. Nobody's going to get back there, so Danielle Hunter will take this thing all the way to the house. And what was that all about? I mean, if you just touch Danielle Hunter, he's down, and oh my heavens. Everson Griffin will be credited with that one, and this is 46-9 now. 22, so Randy's overtake was correct. 22 turnovers total in this one. Joey Sly set to kick away. Thunk. I swear the momentum has something to do with it, I swear. Oh, we can see intended targets. So here we go. Keenum shotgun. Running game is seemingly out the window. That'll be Harrison Smith again coming down to get this one. and Minnesota's offense will finally see the field here after Harrison Smith bags his second interception of the day. 23rd turnover, according to our records. Kirk Cousins coming out here. Dalvin Cook will get the ball. 1 of 2. Let's see what they want to do. Minnesota. 30 seconds away from a victory. So 39 rushes, 164 for Dalvin. No, I'm not going to do that. Just going to wear this thing down. So 3rd and 6, Minnesota counted down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, victory. And Minnesota gives Kevin O'Connell his first win as a head coach. They will climb to 1-8. Buffalo will fall to 0-9. Somebody's had to go in Buffalo, and we're glad that it was our Vikings. Adam Thielen, the player of the game. Unless you look at the defense, I do believe multiple defenders for the Minnesota Vikings had multiple interceptions. We'll take a look at it. Everything Minnesota Vikings football. Thank you for watching. We'll get into these stats, and we'll talk to the correspondent from the Buffalo Bills that we did in the pregame momentarily. Once again, this has been Randy Replay. And welcome back into the broadcast booth. Randy Replay here. Excited to bring you a Minnesota Vikings victory. We'll get into everything Minnesota Vikings football. But in the game where somebody's had to go down in Buffalo, you wouldn't want a better opportunity. A good game, a close game, as you can see from the scores by quarter chart up until the half, and then Minnesota kind of pulls away. Going into this game, both teams' quarterbacks throwing 113 picks. And there was a bunch here, so a lot of bad spots, but there are some good spots as well. We'll get into these player stats. For your Minnesota Vikings, Kirk Cousins. QB rating of 57.3. He was 23 for 40. That is 57% completion percentage. For those of you that didn't know how to do math or didn't look over here. 370 yards, 1 touchdown. Good day, you would think. No, 5 interceptions. And of course, he was brought down handful of times by this offensive line, which right side struggled. Von Miller early getting a couple, and of course a couple more coming in later. Rushing, Dalvin Cook, 39 carries, 164 and a touchdown. He did have 2 fumbles, so he continues his fumbling struggles from the last couple games. 4 broken tackles though for him. Justin Jefferson off the end around. He did leave the game with a big injury. Hopefully he's not out excuse me, for any length of time, especially when we're riding the high off of this one. 2 carries, 8 yards off the end around. CJ Ham 1 for 0 on that 4th and goal, and then Adam Thielen 1 for 1. Receiving, in lieu or absence, however you want to say it, of Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen shined with 9 catches, 194 and a touchdown. Irv Smith 6 for 76. Dalvin Cook 3 for 15. Tyler Johnson held in check until that 4th quarter, or 3rd quarter rather. 3 for 45, JJ 2 for 40 before exiting. Nobody cares about blocking. We're going to go to defense, look at total tackles, and it's Lewis Seen and Eric Hendricks with 11. Harrison Smith with 10, Jordan Hicks with 8, Daniil Hunter, Everson Griffin with 7, Dantzler and Peterson with 6. Tackles for loss, we had a bunch. Everson Griffin with 3, Zadarius with 2. I'm legally, contractually obligated to say his name that way. Daniil Hunter with 2. Hey, look, Eric Hendricks also had 2. Anthony Barr, Hicks, and Dantzler and Sue each had 1. Sacks, we got to Josh Allen a total of 6 times. 2 of them belonging to Anthony Barr and Daniil Hunter. And then one of them, 1.5 sacks by Zadarius Smith and a half sack by Everson Griffin. Interceptions, we're not going to... We're not going to get into this because this has been a struggle for both teams, but 3 for Dantzler, 2 for Rhodes, 2 for Smith, Peterson, and Kendricks, and then 1 for Jordan Hicks and Lewis Seen. So you love to see the rookie getting involved, but my goodness, Xavier Rhodes leads the league coming into this game. He now has, I do believe, 15 on the season. Pass deflections, we had quite a bit. Danzler had 2, Kendricks had 2, Barr and Peterson each had 1. Forced fumbles, we had 4. 2 by Hunter, 1 by Barr, 1 by Kendricks, picked up by Daniil Hunter there at the end of the game to kind of score that unnecessary touchdown, but 2 fumble recoveries for him. Everson Griffin had 1. No block kicks, no safeties, and we did have 3 defensive touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings. 2 by Daniil Hunter, 1 by Patrick Peterson. Kicking, Joey Sly missed an extra point. I do believe he did go 4 for 4 from 49 being his longest. Just shanked it, trying to go for the lead there to make it 6-9. Or no, 16-9, but he missed it. That gives us the 15-9 score. Hunter Nicewander came into punt 3 times for 111, netting 106, and none of them, this is very rare for him, none of them going outside of bounds, out of bounds inside the 20. No touchbacks by the longest punt of 44. Kick returns, Kene Wanlu had 3 for 58, longest of 23. Punt returns, we only had 1 for 12 yards. Excuse me. Once again, your Minnesota Vikings climb to 1-8, I do believe now, on this season. While somebody's had to go in Buffalo, you would have loved to see a closer game here, but we kind of pulled away in the fourth quarter, as we mentioned before. Both teams struggling down the stretch, and now Buffalo in sole ownership of that number 1 overall pick in this year's draft. The proceeding has been a production of the NFL, the SSN. Any rebroadcast, redistribution, or reusage of this broadcast cannot be completed or done without the express written consent of the NFL, the SSN, or any of its subsidiaries. This has been Randy Replay. Once again, Minnesota's didn't go down in Buffalo. 46-9. We're going to get you back to the main screen where we will preview next week's game and get you ready. See you in just a moment. Actually, before we get back to the main screen, we do have that same correspondent from the beginning of the game for the Buffalo Bills. He is available, and I want to pick.
Randy. Yeah, there we are. Okay.
There we are. Hello.
Sorry, we're having a little issues with the satellite feed, so our video is cutting in and out. So I'm glad we got you on audio.
Yeah, we did have some struggles pairing up your audio with the video in the beginning. We did figure it out, but my goodness, what a game coming down the stretch. What happened in the fourth quarter for the Buffalo Bills?
Oh, that was just a complete disaster. It's like they just wanted to hand the game to the Vikings. When the game started, these 2 0-8 teams, right? And Buffalo came out, a couple big plays with Ezekiel Elliott. You thought that was, okay, things are looking up. They'd score a field goal, and then a touchdown, and then, the doink off the upright for the PAT is 9-0 though, 9-0 Buffalo. And then it was all downhill from there, Randy. Josh Allen, didn't matter what he did. If he threw the ball, it was in Minnesota's hands. If he scrambled, he dropped the ball. It just did not matter. They just, as soon as those 9 points were up, it was like smooth sailing the rest of the way for the Vikings.
Yeah, and if you're a fan of the Vikings or been keeping up with this story this season, that has been the storyline. Minnesota goes down early, and we just can't claw back. It's good to see going into the half we have a tie game. We kind of scratched and clawed back there with a couple first half interceptions, only leading to 3 points, though. We did have a couple punts. And then coming out of the gate in the second half, we just saw both teams just different tenacity. Ezekiel Elliott couldn't.
You couldn't find anything. And honestly, the story of the game, from my perspective, is just turnovers. What was that turnover differential? I know both teams turned the ball over, but that turnover differential was just insane. Yes,
we do have it up on the simulcast. The turnover differential, the Minnesota Vikings +9. 16.
Yeah, +9.
For the Buffalo Bills.
Not gonna get it done.
Yeah.
So, no, the Buffalo, Bills Mafia. I think there's some smoke going up out in the parking lot. Hopefully, everyone stays safe.
Boy.
And hopefully we can get this turned around for the Buffalo Bills.
Yes, and the safety of the city, it sounds like. The big story for me, now that you mention it, was the third down conversions by Buffalo. 7 for 16, that is 43%. That don't know how to do math or simply didn't look at the stat sheet. And then Minnesota holding the red zone percentage of Buffalo to just 12%, 1 for 8, forcing only 1 field goal.
Yeah, I think Buffalo. I think they forced a few turnovers down in the red zone. It wasn't that it's like Buffalo would get close and then just give the ball right back to Minnesota.
Yeah, unfortunate to say the least. Time of possession was almost even though. 30 minutes and 7 seconds for Buffalo, 29 for 53 for Minnesota. The first game this season, Minnesota has no penalties, but yeah, turnovers were the story in this game. I do believe somebody from the Minnesota Vikings fan line were keeping track. 23 total. Oh my heavens. So if you have nothing else, we're thankful that you're able to come on the broadcast, come on the simulcast, and we appreciate that video package like we stated. And we wish you the best of luck the rest of the way.
Good luck to you as well, Randy, and the whole team over there.
Yes, thank you so much. So once again, Minnesota Vikings football brought to you by Monsoon Air. We're going to get you back to the main screen, preview next week's game, and get you out of here. Once again, Minnesota victorious, 46-9 in Buffalo. And hello and welcome back. Excuse me. Must have been a bad soda. Welcome back to the main screen. Big storylines coming out of this one. Minnesota Vikings defense forcing turnovers. Surprisingly getting back to Josh Allen more times than I thought we would. The dark spots or the spots that needs improvement, you still got Kirk Cousins throwing multiple picks. Now, Kevin O'Connell left him in there. By the way, congrats, Kevin O'Connell, finally getting your first win as a Minnesota Vikings head coach on the road in a tough environment. Those Bills fans, as we saw from that package in the beginning, are crazy. And post-game with the correspondent, I never did get his name. I do feel bad. I hope everybody's okay after what seemed to be a fire getting started outside of the stadium. So Buffalo has seen enough. They are rioting, going 0-9, it sounds like. We do have a big injury. Well, we hope it's not big, but Justin Jefferson went down. We'll take a look at the injury report. Oh, dislocated hip. He's out for 4 weeks. You hate to see it. Such a big player, a big-time player here for the Minnesota Vikings. Dislocated hip, out for 4 weeks. Oofda, as the natives say up here of Minnesota. Weekly rewards, I do believe. Nope, that is from last week. Okay. We are going to go ahead. Once again, Minnesota Vikings victorious 46-9, and they score a season high points. We're going to go ahead and advance. And here we go. We're back for the next week. Weekly awards. Danielle Hunter gets the NFC Defensive Player of the Week for Week 10. 7 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recovered, and 2 touchdowns. So Danielle Hunter putting together a very, very good performance against Buffalo. To the tune of 2 defensive touchdowns. So that is the Danielle Hunter we love to see. That is the Danielle Hunter we want to see. And that is the Danielle Hunter we got. So now, as we take a look at the home stretch, as it were, Minnesota Vikings, 3 home games in a row. Of course, you have this week here against the Cowboys. You have next week, that is Thanksgiving. So we appreciate everybody, and Randy is thankful for this job, and thankful for the year. Despite being 1-8, Minnesota Vikings have some momentum carrying them into this game, and as you can see, the Bears have lost, the Lions have won. So right now you are 2 games out of second place in the division. 2 games out for tied second place. You have 3 games at home, and then you have a divisional matchup. Week 14, and then I do believe you face the rest of the division 3 times in the last 3 games, I do believe, or the last 4. We're going to take a look at the schedule here. I do believe the Minnesota Vikings have a lot of divisional games coming up. Yes, indeed. So after the Jets, we face the Lions. We go to the Colts, or we have the Colts and Giants at home, and then we end with Packers and Bears. So a good schedule the rest of the way. So 3 of the last 5 games are against divisional opponents. So if you can put together 3 wins here in this next string of games, you put yourself maybe in a good position to take second. Unless you run the table, you're not going to catch Green Bay. But these 2 last games could come down if Minnesota continues its trajectory for the division. Whew. So good storylines coming out of this win, apart from Justin Jefferson being out. But you have a favorable matchup in Dallas. Despite not having Ezekiel Elliott, they are no slumps. 23rd ranked defense. Number 9 in touchdowns allowed. So, yeah, I mean, you're going to have a test, but it's easier at home coming off of a win. 6-3 Dallas will come to town to face your 1-8 Minnesota Vikings. Congratulations again, Kevin O'Connell. First win on the season and first win as a Minnesota Vikings head coach. We're going to get you out of here. This has been Randy Replay. This has been Minnesota Vikings football. We will see you next week.